Hey there, friends. If you're new here, I'm Christy, also known as the Comeback Mentor, and this channel is for women navigating that midlife transition, whether you're about to step into it, whether you're in it, whether you've been there for a minute. You know that your season is shifting. It is changing. You're being stretched and pulled, and sometimes you're unrecognizable and things are just, you're not happy. So before we get started, make sure that you hit that subscribe button because you do not want to miss an episode. These conversations build on each other and they go somewhere because we have big dreams. We have divine dreams implanted and breathed into us that this season can be that time that you go after it. But not if we don't have the clarity, if we can't be happy in the shift that we're making, the new season that we're stepping into. So you don't want to miss an episode, I promise. And I know you'll want to stay connected. So let's talk. There are moments in your life that don't need clarity. Yeah, that might be a little shocker, right? But you already know. Prime example, as I was preparing to shift to a new season, I thought I was prepared. I thought I had all of my resources lined up, and yet I kept dragging my feet. Like for 2 years, I kept dragging my feet. I didn't want to let go of that security. I didn't want to let go of who I knew I was inside of that season. But I knew that a change had to happen. And you know that a change has to happen. Whether you're getting ready to step into that season, you're in it, or you've been there a minute, you know there's a change. You know there's something inside of you stirring. You keep hitting the roadblocks and you don't know why. Not moving. And that's what I want to talk about today because hesitation, granted, does show up as fear, but we're going to talk about how hesitation doesn't always show up as fear. Sometimes it shows up as maturity, as patience, as I'm just being really careful. And that's why it's so easy to miss. Many of the women that I work with have done the work. They have prayed, they have processed, they have resourced, they have journaled, and they've waited. Some of you have actually waited. But there's a point where waiting stops serving the season that you're in. Again, I was there and I understand. And there's pieces of you that starts falling off in the waiting. Even though you're doing all the right things, you're not stepping into the actual season that's been prepared for you. And what I see often isn't confusion. It's absolute exhaustion from revisiting the same decision over and over again and really having the clarity, but claiming confusion, claiming I don't know, claiming the time is not right, claiming I don't have all the tools and resources right now, claiming I didn't hear God say exactly this time you need to make that change. Those are all barriers to the clarity that you already have. You've asked for the peace. It's there, but you've blocked it. You've clouded it. And what happens is the clarity just gets pushed further and further back until you've buried it so far down that, okay, this is, yeah, totally the wrong decision. So I'm not even going to contemplate this direction, this change, stepping into this season, this dream anymore. Because you stayed parked in an intersection way, 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 way too long. And then your waiting starts to feel like, I'm doing the right thing. This is really comfy right here. Oh, yeah, I did good. This is keeping me safe. This is keeping me in a space where my identity, my purpose, my value is all secure and intact. But I'm here to tell you, those things are still falling off. You're not paying attention to them enough to see, yeah, it's starting to fall away. Movement requires exposure, and that can be daunting. It requires you to be in a commitment. You have to not just say yes, you have to move, and then you have to follow through. Waiting and contemplating and clouding lets you stay private, and movement puts you into motion. And motion always reveals things. Think about that every time you want to hesitate. Any type of motion reveals something. When you take a step physically, you walk. What is revealed? You took a step. What does the ground feel like? What does the floor feel like? What does the air feel like? What does my lungs feel like? Am I a step closer to my cabinet or my kitchen or that pathway? Something is always revealed. And here's something I want you to consider. In scripture, direction many, 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 many times becomes clearer after the obedience. This gives you a lot of guidance. Because they were obedient, the direction, the path, the how, the secureness is revealed. We like confirmation first because we feel like there is certainty of completion, of this is right, security, all the things we feel like is inside the confirmation. Feeling like it's all lined up perfectly, neatly, when we know good and well every pathway has nooks and crannies and twists and turns, and that's what makes it exciting. That's what makes it a growth opportunity. That's what makes you relatable and connectable. It brings you closer to other people that you need in your network. It brings you closer to people who understand what you're going through, what you've been through, what you're going to go through. It's going to bring you success. We see how people move, and clarity meets them along the way. One step opens the path. Think about it. Scenario I just used, taking a step forward. What does it reveal? The step opens the path. The obedience sharpens your direction. You begin to get more clarity in, and I like to call it the sanctity. A friend of mine told me this: sanctity in the relaxed grip. Just move. Just move into what he shared, what feels right, without hesitation, and you will be gently guided to the next step, or gently course corrected without loss. And see, that is what we tend to attach to taking steps outside of our comfort zone, is there's going to be some type of loss. Not if you're in tune to his divine will and that divine dream that he has waiting for you. Keep refining. Keep researching. Keep waiting for the moment to feel different, for it to feel safe. And your confidence will come to pieces. Your desires for that season will start to dull. And you will sit where you're at longer, unfinished, and it will become heavier and heavier, and you will decide that that wasn't meant for you. Indeed, it was. And it's hard to be brave sometimes, I get it. But you have a direct connection to the path maker, and he will never steer you wrong. If you hesitate, it's okay. You're not behind. If this is you, I want you to hear this very, very clearly. Hesitation does not mean you're behind. It means that as the season for you is changing, your posture hasn't quite caught up. That is a clue. That is a pathway step right there, an understanding, some clarity. The season is asking you to participate and just take that one step. Just take the one step and be faithful in that step. You do need support. You do need structure as you continue to step forward. Place to move with intention as you continue to take another step down that pathway. And that is exactly why I created the Dream series. Dream Created, Dream Studio, and a support system, a community of women who understand and want to lock arms with you and see you accomplish your dream vision. And like I said, if this conversation spoke to you, hit the subscribe button. We talk honestly here about growth, about calling, about our faith, the position of our faith, and what it looks like to move forward without losing pieces of yourself along the way. I'm Christy, the Comeback Mentor, and I will see you in the next Comeback Conversation.